My question is, where do we end and where do we begin? How do we start the butterflies? Is this the way our hand begins? If this is the way our hand begins, our head gets between things. There's an area and a distance, and the angle of these two arms standing up without hitting each other, knowing what the size of the hole is. The hands of time. Imagine we went down to the pinky, but we didn't go on the other side of the pinky, because the hand of time, when it turned on the third finger, it reached inside the pinky and thumb. Not the thumb, but inside the pinky, but not the thumb, because there are two areas that we're in. So the thumbs, or do you see the way this shape is? I Dream a Genie, the bottle that fits inside of here is between the two. The question is the bottle in the head? Is it the pineal gland? What can we pop before out goes the lights? The weasel. Okay, so we got to sing all these things. I don't have all the answers. I'm sorry. In fact, I may not have any answers. If there are no questions that I can answer to and bring up my suggestions within my thought and revelations on comparing on the reality of 1 and 1 is 2, then we can relate. 8. Seems like everything to do with 8. Undivided attention. Thinking within oneself. So we, which way did we have to bring this up? So we brought this up over here. We go, when we extend in a clock, we don't hit the end of the clock. We can't touch the wall of the clock, or else it'll turn around and cut the clock at this end. We only need to pass the center of the clock. The center of the clock cannot be touched. There's an area can't be touched. So if there were two things going around here and here, they would be on different levels. And all you would have to get is between here and here. You do not have to go here, because the arm that reads this on a second level will tell this side what's going on. Imagine this is 5 and this is 1. Imagine this is 9 and this is 5. And there's another one for E5I O. E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a... Let's go on with the next one. So we're running at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because then we drop into the 7th gate, where the two of them meet. The 7th gate on each side says 4 and 4 equals an H. But 5 equals an H. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside the house. 2 and 2, Venus world, put them together with 1. We've got Mars. We've got Mercury and Venus, the two sides coming through, and I don't know what I'm talking about. They come together. Venus makes them come together, 1 and 1, and 1 and 1 is 2. Inside the zone. Attention. The last 3 letters of attention are I-O-N, or 10, north, sin, south. Degrees could be dog, because Mary Dunn keeps writing me that. And Mary, I don't understand. No, I can't say that. That wouldn't be fair. But somehow I go deeper, and I have like 3 questions inside your remarks. So can you just be a little bit more untwisted from my mind, or twist with my mind or something? Because I'm going to be honest, and I shouldn't even have mentioned a name, because sometimes I just don't get what some people say. And instead of me asking you and writing to you and writing and writing and everybody writing, before you say anything to me, before you make a comment, whatever you say to me, think please that I may not understand, or just send me one word and let me think about the word, but don't expect an exact answer or an answer at all, other than thank you for sending me what you did. I cannot figure everything out. And there's more than just one, and it's not the same person all the time. It just so happened I went through that just now. And 45 from Mary Dunn and the 45 from Levette brings me together, where time of the Julian calendar separated and went from minus 45 to plus 2014, leaving 2059 years. Or let's do it this way. Let's do 45 years, 9 times 5. Let's do 2,000 years, 50 by 40 around the Monopoly, okay, and end up on Boardwalk. And let's do 14 years for 2 times 7, 7 and 7. 2 times 7, well, that's the only way really to get it, right? No. 4 times 3.5. 3.5, like I showed you, are the two worlds. 3 of 5. Inside the diameter is this. 3 fingers and 2 spaces. Inside the clock of time where nothing is counting because it's the passage where the clock turns and it doesn't touch because it's already gotten the information. Always the missing information is the space needed to work within itself. So it can't scrape against the wall and scratch, 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 because the needle comes down here and it reads from here. What's the difference if we read the needle here or put the needle right at the end? So instead of going to the end, the amount of space not used could be used on the needle reader on each side. The needle reader on each side. Time and space. Time 47. Space 44. 91 spirit. Time 47. Give me another number. 81 Venus and 47 is 128. Man's spirit in the doghouse. That's what it actually just says. We did this in the last one. The 2 cherries might be the cherries of the pineal gland that are separated between the 2 hemispheres. I don't know. The tree, the trunk. Here, did I do this in the video? 1 arm and 1 leg is 10 on one side. 1 arm and 1 leg is 10 on the other side. Or do the legs count as 11, right? Because the toes are pointing this way, but the arms are pointing this way and the toes are pointing this way. So it's not the same thing. One becomes 10 walking, the other becomes 11 because you need to use your spirit within the 11th spirit. So we have from the middle, from the dead center of here, if this would go all the way around, it would cover both sides, but you only need to hand the time on one side to read the area of this side. If you would go around here, you would go around only to lock. And when you lock the center, you lock all. Raphael, 7286 and a 45 circle. Thank you. Oh, that's right. It's a 60 circle? 60 seconds? Is it a 60 circle? 60 degrees by 6? Or is it a 45 circle, 45 by 8? Raphael, 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.